Namaste. Welcome to the lecture series on the subject Basic Thermodynamics. This is lecture number 6 of module 2, that is Work and Heat. Myself, Dr. N. Satish Kumar, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineering, Canara Engineering College, Benjanapadam. So we will continue with the numericals on work and heat. Okay, let us take this numerical. An insulated system contains a mixture of ice and water. A paddle wheel is rotated in the system at 1000 rpm. Torque applied to the shaft is 3 Newton meter. In order to effect the transformation of 1 kg of ice to liquid water, 300 kilojoules of heat must be transferred to the system. Determine the length of time the paddle wheel must be rotated in order to achieve 2.5 kg reduction in the quantity of ice. So a very interesting numerical here. So let us analyze this numerical first. So it is an insulated system. So insulated system means here the wall of this container, okay, which is enclosing the system, is made up of an adiabatic wall. Means there is no heat transfer between the system and the surroundings. Now what is system here? So system is a mixture of ice and water. Okay, see, you should know that it's a mixture of ice and water. Now there is a paddle wheel fitted into this system through some hole. They drilled a hole and it is inserted so that the paddle wheel is inside and it is driven by some external source. Now this paddle wheel rotates at 1000 rpm and the torque applied to the shaft is 3 Newton meter. Now you know that this paddle wheel work is nothing but the work done on the system, or work is done into the system. So here this work energy is converted into heat energy. Now inside system you have the mixture of ice and water. So this heat is utilized to transform ice into water. And he says that transformation of every 1 kg of ice to liquid water requires 300 kilojoules of heat. It's very interesting. 1 kg of ice, if it has to be converted into liquid water, 300 kilojoules of heat. But you are not heating directly here. Instead, you are making the paddle wheel to rotate. So here paddle wheel work itself is converted into heat energy. So 300 kilojoules of paddle wheel work itself is required to convert 1 kg of ice into liquid water. Now you are asked to calculate for what length of time the paddle wheel must be rotated in order to melt 2.5 kg of ice to water. See, 1 kg of ice requires 300 kilojoules of heat or work, because same paddle wheel work is converted into heat. So 300 kilojoules of heat or work, 2.5 kg to melt. So 2.5 into 300. So 750 kilojoules of heat should be supplied. For that you have to find out through paddle wheel what is the energy, work energy or heat energy supplied per second first. Then you can divide that 750 by this work, you can get the time. So it is very easy to solve. Given torque 3 Newton meter and speed 1000 rpm. Okay, let us solve this problem now. Okay, let us calculate the paddle wheel work first. So paddle wheel work or work done on the system is given by the formula for the shaft work, which is nothing but Ws is equal to 2 pi nt by 60. Substituting for n and t, so you will get the answer as 314 Newton meter per second. So Newton meter is joules, so you can write it as 314 joules per second. Now joules per second is watt, but don't convert that into watt because you require it in per second itself later to find out the time. Now we know that to melt or transform 1 kg of ice into water, 300 kilojoules of paddle wheel work is required. So you have to melt 2.5 kg of ice. So for that you have to multiply this 300 by 2.5. So 750 kilojoules of heat is required. So every 1 second 314 joules of heat is applied, but total heat supply should be 750 kilojoules. So if you divide this 750 kilojoules this which is the total heat required to melt 2.5 kg of ice into water, by the rate of work transfer, that is 314 joules per second, you will get the time. But make sure that this is in kilojoules and this is in joules, so this kilojoules should be converted into joules. So therefore the length of time for which the paddle wheel should be operated is 715 10 to the power 3 divided by 314, right? So that you will get it as 2388.5 second or 39.8 minutes. A system containing 5 kg of a substance is stirred with a torque of 1 Newton meter at a speed of 500 rpm for 24 hours. The system meanwhile expands from 1.5 meter cube to 2 meter cube against a constant pressure of 5 bar. Determine the magnitude and direction of net work transfer. Okay, let us analyze this. A system containing 5 kg of the substance, so mass is given, stirred with this torque of 1 Newton meter, speed is 500 rpm for 24 hours. So here time is also given. Previous problem you found out the time. Now here time is also given, so easily you can find out what energy is supplied into the system. Now during this process of energy transfer, the system expands from 1.5 meter cube to 2 meter cube against a constant pressure of 5 bar. Right, so there is some expansion, maybe piston is displaced, right, against a pressure of 5 bar, and volume changes from 1.5 meter cube to 2 meter cube, and you have to find out the magnitude direction of the net work transfer. Okay, let us solve this problem. The system is associated with the two interactions here with the surroundings. One is the stirring work, which is work is done to the system, and other one is the displacement work. Because here stirring work, whatever it is stirring, it is there, it is work done into the system, whereas the expansion or change in volume, which is increasing, so that is the displacement work, that is work done by the system. So work is done on the system as well as work is done by the system. So you can write it as W1 to 2 is W stirring 1 to 2 plus W displacement 1 to 2. Okay, let us calculate the stirring work first. So stirring work is given by the formula WST is equal to 2 pi nt by 60, and substitute for N and T, so you will get it as 52.359 Newton meter per second. So Newton meter is joules. So here he has given the time, unlike the previous problem. So there was time was not given, and you are asked to calculate the time for which the paddle wheel is rotating. So here the time is given, so you can find out what is the total stirring work done. So for that, so this is joules per second should be multiplied with the time. So time is 24 hours. So 24 hours is converted into 60 minutes first, and minute is converted into second, so that you will get the answer as so many joules, and when converted into kilojoules, so it is 4523.893 kilojoules. Now this is the stirring work, so this is done on the system, so this work is always negative because it is done on the system by the surroundings. Now next you have to calculate the displacement work, because meanwhile the piston is displaced and the volume is changing. So displacement work WD from 1 to 2 is given by the integration from 1 to 2 of PdV. So here you have to substitute for you have to integrate with respect to PdV for the given condition, that is a constant pressure. So constant, for the constant pressure process, you know directly what is the work done formula, and you can write the formula and you can simplify. So let us move on to the next slide. PdV, so that is expansion against constant pressure. So constant pressure process, you know the formula for the work done, it is P into V2 minus V1. So pressure P is given as 5 bar, initial volume is 1.5 meter cube, final volume is 2 meter cube. So if you substitute that, you will get it as 250,000 joules or 250 kilojoules, and this is the positive work because it is work done by the system. So the net work transfer is W122 is minus 4523.893 plus 250 is minus 4273.89 kilojoules. So the net work is again negative. That means that quantity of work is done on the system by the surroundings. So that means work transfer takes place from the surroundings to the system. So with this I conclude the lecture number 6 and also the numerical part of this lecture series. So with the lecture number 7 we will start the second part of the module 2, that is the first law of thermodynamics. Thank you.